friends, welcome back. Today we're doing a little brew hop and food review combo. We've got 2 breweries, lots of drinks and hopefully some good foods. We're hitting up Mascot in Etobicoke and Wellington in Guelph. Starting off with Mascot Brewery. What started in 2015 as a vision for an inclusive beer culture in downtown Toronto has grown into a cornerstone of the Etobicoke community. Founded by Aaron Prothero as Canada's first Black-owned brewery, Mascot expanded to its advanced road production hub in 2021, transforming a quiet industrial lot into a vibrant destination with a massive beer garden, retail bottle shop, and a full-service kitchen. While the roots began on Mercer Street, Mascot has really planted itself in Etobicoke, blending fresh lagers and sours with a strong focus on representation and community in every pour.
Excellent!
One thing that kind of bummed us out when we walked in, there's this huge menu on the display, but a lot of those options weren't actually available. That said, we still found some great picks for our flights. Before getting into the drinks, we had to try something from the kitchen. We landed on Bang Bang Cauliflower, which is crispy cauliflower bites tossed in their spicy Bang Bang sauce topped with scallions and sesame seeds. These were fantastic. Perfectly crispy batter, and every piece was evenly coated in that delicious sauce. It had those lovely Asian-inspired flavors, kind of like a sweet, forward teriyaki with a mild heat that hits at the back of your throat. The cauliflower itself was fork tender, cooked all the way through, not a single soggy bite. The flavor and the presentation on this were fantastic. They totally nailed this dish. Now on to the flights. For Mike, he got the Pilly, Juicy J, White Wit, and Belly Belgium. And I got the Watermelon Beet Sour, Frost Hammer, Mango Lychee Seltzer, and Peach Lavender Seltzer. Starting with Mike's first glass, the Pilly, which is a Pilsner.
A pilly, 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 it's a Pilsner.
It's described as crisp, dry, and lemony citrus, tropical and pine undertones, and a smooth bitterness. When we tried it, you definitely get that pine on the nose. On the palate, it's much more subtle. It's really enjoyable. We both really like this one. Next is my first taster, the Watermelon Beet Sour. This is described to be pale ruby in color, light-bodied with watermelon on the nose, and an earthy smoothness from the beet. When trying it, you get that sour smell right away. On the palate, it leans more sour with a very subtle watermelon flavor. Not the artificial watermelon flavor though, like more fresh, watery watermelon. It's really light, refreshing, and the color is beautiful.
Yeah, and I'm not a watermelon guy. Yeah.
Alright, Juicy Jade.
Bands make a dance. Bands
sorry.
make a dance.
Sorry.
Bands
I was
make
just
a
trying
dance.
to say, look how golden all his
Bands make a dance.
Well, next up is Mike's Juicy J, a fruited IPA.
Bands make a dance.
Yes, they understand, Mike. This is described as a New England IPA with loads of fresh fruit aroma and flavor, intense fruit hops, sweet malt, and a smooth mouthfeel. When we tried it, we found it very fruity. We were getting more notes of pineapple, we believe. It's definitely a tropical sip and very enjoyable. Next up is Frost Hammer. This is a double IPA. This is described as a dry hopped with Nelson Sauvin hops, giving it notes of stone fruit, guava, passion fruit, and white wine. Mike said I tried this one before, but I don't remember. But as soon as I took a sip, I remembered. I didn't like this one. It has a strong barley forward flavor mixed with that white wine note, which I described as almost like having hairspray on my tongue. I had a hard time finding the fruit. Mike didn't mind it, but this was a big miss for me. Next up is Great Wit. This is a wheat beer. This is described as a Belgian-style wheat beer brewed with orange peel and coriander with peppery herbal notes. When you take a sip, it's very wheat-forward with a subtle citrus flavor and a light spice from the coriander. There's almost a licorice smell to it as well. It's very interesting. Not for everyone, but it's really not bad. Next up is the Mango Lychee Seltzer. This is described as crisp, refreshing, and tropical, with sweet mango and aromatic lychee. When I tried it, it smells really fruity. I really enjoyed this one. You get that light lychee flavor, subtle mango, and even a slight creaminess. This one was more my style than Mike's, but he still said it was good. Next is Belly Belgian. This is described as a Belgian wheat beer with subtle perfumey spicy citrus notes, along with peach and cashmere hops, flaked wheat, and oats. When we tried it, it smells really nice and fruity. It's wheat forward with a really pleasant peachy finish. This one's really nice. Next is Peach Lavender Seltzer. This is described as refreshing and aromatic with strong peach flavor, subtle lavender floral notes, and a slight bubblegum with a bitter green hop finish. When I brought it to my nose, I got hit with lavender right away. On the palate, it's a really nice mix of fruit and floral. It honestly tastes like something we would have had at a spa on our honeymoon in Thailand. Mike ordered a pint of Mondo, which is a West Coast Session IPA. This is described to be brewed with Cascade, Centennial, and Amarillo hops.
This is West Coast? I don't think I have it on here.
No, it is. It's on here.
I'm looking at it. Yeah, get your own, buddy. Nope, not on here.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not. I should listen to my wife.
Yes, there it is. There it is. I was gonna say it.
I listen to my wife.
One day you will learn.
I love my wife.
Let me try.
When we tried it, Mike found it quite malty with a pretty classic beer taste, but the finish has a nice biscuit flavor. It's a really good solid beer. A beer from Mascot that we tried back at home is called Oktoberfresh. This is a German-style amber lager described as having 100% German malt bill that brings you bready, toasty, and slightly sweet malt flavors that you don't typically find in a pale lager. When we tried it, it had almost a caramel-like taste to it. It's definitely not your typical lager, but it's a really tasty sip. We enjoyed our time here. We just wish more of the menu was available, but what we had we liked. The cauliflower bites were great. The cleanliness could use some work. There were spider webs and everything all over the place. The vibes were cool though. We loved Bill and Ted on the TV, and we'll definitely come back and try more. Moving on to Wellington Brewery. In 1985, Wellington helped spark a craft beer revolution as one of North America's first modern microbreweries. Starting with a small 6-person team in Guelph, they were pioneers of traditional English-style real ale long before craft beer took off. Fast forward 40 years and they've grown into Canada's oldest independent microbrewery, now operating out of a modern facility with a team of over 40. They've managed to hold on to that original spirit while evolving with the industry. But it's not just about what's in the glass. Step inside the tap room and you'll find a cozy, laid-back atmosphere where the shelves are stacked with board games and the menu is built on local love. Beyond their iconic brews, Wellington doubles as a community pantry, stocking everything from small batch jams and spicy pickles to artisanal cheeses. They've also built up an immense list of awards over the years, including multiple wins at the Canadian and Ontario Brewing Awards. Their County Brown Ale even took gold again in their 40th anniversary, proof that their original recipes still hold up. Now on to the flights. We started with the Euro Foam, which is a Nitro Czech style Pilsner. This is described as crisp and refreshing with a creamy, velvety mouthfeel from the nitrogen, balancing light malt sweetness and noble hops. When we tried it, it has a nice light taste and that smooth, creamy texture. It's really easy to drink and it's very enjoyable. Next we tried the Pommy's Original Cider. This is described as a semi-sweet Ontario cider made from fresh pressed apples. It's light-bodied, clean, and crisp. When we tried it, we found it not overly sweet, but not too dry either. It's nicely balanced and really refreshing. We all really like this one. Next is Crispy Forever, a dry-hopped Helles lager. This is described as crisp and refreshing with citrus aromas, including grapefruit and tangerine, and a clean finish. When we tried it, this was a standout. It's got a nice juiciness to it with that crisp finish that they described. We all love this one. It's a phenomenal lager, a huge standout. Next is the Upside IPA. This is described as a hazy New England style IPA with grapefruit, peach, and citrus notes, a smooth mouthfeel, and balanced bitterness. When we tried it, it's really delicious. It comes really close to the Crispy Forever for us. It's similar, but leans more into those hop-forward flavors. Next is New Growth IPA. This is described as a West Coast IPA with citrus and pine notes, a clean malt backbone, and a dry bitter finish. When we tried it, it had that citrus flavor like the other two, but definitely more bitterness. It's less fruit-forward, but the bitterness actually works really well here. Next is Special Pale Ale, also known as SPA. This is described as a classic English-style pale ale, smooth, balanced, and approachable. When we tried it, this one stands out from the rest. It's more malt and barley forward with a bit of caramel. It's really tasty. Next is Arkell Best Bitter. This is described as a traditional English-style amber ale with a mild caramel biscuit notes and a subtle earthy hop finish. When we tried it, it's a really nice sipping beer. You do get some of that caramel, but it's definitely more mild compared to the SPA. Next is the Helles Lager. This is described as a clean German-inspired lager with a balance of bready malt and crisp hop finish. When we tried it, it's clean and crisp, and for some reason, I found it kind of tasted like sun chips. I don't know why, but it works and I loved it. We were also given a sample of the County Brown Ale. This is described as a rich ale with roasted malt, nut, and toffee notes with a dry finish. When we tried it, it has that roasted malt flavor and a bit of nuttiness. This feels like one of those beers that will grow on you over time. My sister liked it more than Mike and I did, but we could still see why this is a good classic. Mike's clearly a big fan of Wellington Brewery, as am I, so we brought some back home to us. First up is the Midnight and Munich Amber Lager. This is a traditional Marzen-style amber lager. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Marzen. Known for its rich, bready notes and clean finish, inspired by classic Munich styles around Oktoberfest. When we tried it, it poured a deep amber, almost orange color. It's got a nice warmth to it with a bit of spice and it's full body. It definitely feels like a fall beer. As you can see, we're clearly fans here. We've kind of created a collection. We've tried quite a few more. The only one we weren't really fans of so far was the chocolate milk stout. It's really unique in flavor, it's just not for us, but we can see why some people would absolutely love it. Now on to the food. Their menu is definitely snack focused. It's literally labeled snacks. We went with the grilled brie sandwich on Polestar sourdough. It was really good, a nicely toasted grilled cheese with that creamy brie. Gooey and satisfying, and that grainy mustard on the side paired nicely. Was it worth $10? Probably not, but it's still enjoyable.
Needed some honey.
It needed something. Our time at Wellington was cozy and relaxed. We loved the vibe and the drink selection. If they expanded their food menu a bit, it would really round things out. But even as is, it's a great spot. Alright friends, thanks for watching. We really like these spots. Let us know if you've tried any of them down below, and if there's any places that you'd like us to check out next. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Party on, dude!